Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe. What's up, everybody? Welcome to MTGV Crime Podcast. I had to come in here right quick. I didn't realize Carlee Russell was going to court. And so she pleaded guilty. People is mad. Now, I thought, when this first happened, I haven't even thought about the Carlee Russell case. I can't remember in how long. But she pleaded guilty and she is getting no jail time because it's a misdemeanor. And the judge actually feels like it's a waste of time to charge her and have her in jail because this is her first offense. So Carlee Russell got off for faking a kidnapping. And if y'all remember, please smack that thumbs up. Please smack that thumbs up. So the prosecution was very, very upset, and she tried to plead her case, but of course, this late in the proceedings, that is not what it was all about. Carlee Russell, she gave a statement at the end apologizing, sniffing like she was a vacuum. And so I wanted to put this out here before I lay it down. I was watching the court proceedings, and she literally, the prosecution was like wanting her to get locked up. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel? Do you feel like Carlee Russell should have got some time? I always said I for sure thought she was gonna get at least 6 months, but I always said that she should get whatever they give anybody else. And at the time, I looked up a few cases that that some females had lied just like her, and they didn't get no jail time. And I believe if she had a public defender, she would have got, at least 6 months. But all she has to do is pay back $17,000. So mostly where I was watching this at, the people in the chat was very upset. A lot of people was feeling like she definitely should have got some time for what she did. And I would like to know what y'all think. If you hear on a replay, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop down in the chat and let me know who you are. Let me know what you think about this. So I'm gonna let this play. I just got a couple small snippets, and I'm gonna go ahead and play also the prosecution. But this is right here where she was pleading guilty.
In CC 23-888, that's the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And in CC 23-889, as to the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Fine. Do you have, let's see, I'm a little out of order here. I'm showing you Court's Exhibit B. Did you go over this document with your lawyers?
Yes, sir.
And is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied that your attorneys, Mr. Henry Anthony, Richard Jaffe, and Lucky Milad,
yes,
are good and competent attorneys and have represented you well?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with the plea agreements in these cases?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
All right. At this time, before we proceed, I find that your plea was made knowingly and voluntarily, and based on your plea, I find you guilty. In CC 23-888, that's the misdemeanor offense of making.
All right, so y'all heard it. Carlee Russell was guilty of lying about this abduction. All that, it was just ridiculous, everything that she said. Like, none of it was believable. And so like I said, she got to pay $17,000 back. She went home. She gave a statement after prosecution spoke. So I'm going to play what prosecution said. And a lot of people, of course, feel the same way. Do y'all feel like she should have got some time? They was like, at least give her weekends in jail. At least let her sleep at night in jail. Shout out to East Dad. Thank you for coming in. Shout out to BFF. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, they was like, at least give her overnight. Let her come in at 6, sleep overnight. You know, they was like, I mean, it was horrible what she did, because she actually got the attention that none of us get. You know what I'm saying? She got all the airplay. She got, I mean, just everything. And they still didn't tell us why she did it. Or at least, you know, they didn't say nothing about it in court. And like I said, I mean, I haven't even been thinking about no Carlee Russell. But I happened to see it. Court TV did a premiere. So I was able to catch that. So let me... And you know, the audio is always crappy in court. Always. But you know, the prosecution made perfectly good sense. This was her walking out of court after it was over. And I'm going to play that video again, too. Yep. She mustered up some tears. I think she a stress eater too. Look at her. She look way different than I remember her. But I ain't had time to put no pictures together. I ain't do all that, just the thumbnail. But she definitely gained weight. All that stressing.
In CC 23-888, that's the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report. How do you plead?
Guilty.
And in CC 23-889, as to the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Fine. Do you have, let's see, I'm a little out of order here. I'm showing you Court's Exhibit B. Did you go over this document with your lawyers?
Yes, sir.
And is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied that your attorneys, Mr. Henry Anthony, Richard Jaffe, and Lucky Milad,
yes,
are good and competent attorneys and have represented you well?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with the plea agreements in these cases?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
All right. At this time, before we proceed, well, I find that your plea was made knowingly and voluntarily, and based on your plea, I find you guilty. In CC 23-888,
Yeah. What y'all think? What y'all think? I thought for sure she was going to get some time. Yeah, I thought she was going to at least get that 6 months. At least. I'm talking about, yeah, let me go back to that part. Because, shoot, they was already prepared for this lady. And Carlee read her statement. And, you know, Carlee is an actress, okay? Allegedly. I seen her on TikTok making up a whole story. It was like a joke that she was doing on TikTok, and her family went along with it. But it was these major lies about how her grandparents met or something, just weird. Like a whole story created. She got to go to some type of mental health counseling or something too, I think I heard. I'm going to see if I'm going to find the article. But let's see what the prosecution had to say.
Search terms about Amber Alerts and
Like,
Libby taken.
proceed, well, I find that your plea was made knowingly and voluntarily, and based on your plea, I find you guilty. Before sentencing, first, is there anything that you can, Attorney General's office would like to add?
Yes, Your Honor, if you don't mind.
can y'all hear? It sounds crappy as heck. Should I turn the music down or can y'all hear it? Let me know, BFF.
The court is aware, as for to speak today, I have a lot to say, but the court is asking me to limit it to 2 minutes, so I will do that. First of all, this case has always been about respect for law enforcement and respect for this community as a whole. Ms. Russell faked the kidnapping, duped the community, and contrived this situation.
Man, fake the kidnapping, dupe the community, and contrive the, okay, you can hear it. And so, yeah, East Dad said, I guarantee, if it was a male, I guarantee he would have gotten time. I think that if she, was the type that was in and out of jail, or if she had a record, she probably would have got jail time. But I was surprised to hear the judge basically, I mean, he did say like it would be a waste of money to have her in there. Well, yeah, I mean, jail is for violent offenders, basically, and people that make money, without them knowing, basically.
We still just don't know to this day where she was and how she got there.
She stole from her job. She had a whole robe from the job and some toilet paper from Target and Cheez-Its, but I think she bought that stuff. But yeah, she she took money from the cash register. Now that's separate from this, I guess. I don't know what happened with that. I'ma see. She's well, I don't know if she was on some type of house arrest or I'm gonna have to get to an article, because I'm telling you, like, I totally forgot about this case. Wasn't thinking about Carlee Russell, but that was huge when it was going on. It was just too ridiculous. They took her playing in her hair and all that. Girl, you just went too far. And they said they still don't, the prosecution, this lady speaking, she said, we still don't know to this day where she was at, who she was with, what she was doing.
What she was doing, with whom she was doing it.
Oh, she said it right there. Okay.
Once we figured out that she was supposedly missing, the community got involved. Hundreds of people got involved. They took time away from their families, their work, their fun. Law enforcement got involved from federal, state, and local. And they took time away from their family, their people, their work, other cases that needed to be solved. This has been a case that it was taken advantage of, and it's our contention that Ms. Russell knew this would happen. She had researched it on the computer. She had researched search terms about Amber Alerts and the movie Taken, all of those things. And then, Judge, when she came home,
Amber Alert, Taken. She really did go too far. See, I forgot some of the details.
We have ring camera footage of her walking casually down her parents' street, and when she gets in front of her parents' house, she runs up there and starts beating on the door. Police were called. The body cam show that she's flailing around and still perpetuating this ruse that she was kidnapped.
Now, people blamed her parents. I'm talking about, they was like her parents in on it. And I'm just thinking, why would her parents be in on it? So you see how they said she ran up to the house and started beating after she didn't walk down the street. Somebody probably dropped her off at the corner. But I mean, I'm guessing that they just seen her walking, because how they have, everybody got those, what are they? The door cams or whatever, the little cameras on their doors outside. And so I heard today that they have a system, the police have a system that they were asking people to register their cams. I keep wanting to call them body cams, door cams, with the police. Would you do that? If you had a door cam, would you register? They said if you do that, then they don't have to come knocking at your door asking you for nothing. Would you register your door cam with the cops? I mean, I guess the purpose is to protect your neighborhood and protect yourself most of all. Shout out to Tamika Davis. But they also catch a lot of people. A lot of criminals been caught on their own door cams.
Law enforcement, and that's when she tells the story about that orange-haired man and woman playing with her hair and eating cheeses. This ruse continues, and it doesn't stop until a couple of days later when her lawyer issues a statement. So I have to say, Judge, that because of this ongoing complete disrespect for this community as well as law enforcement, it is our contention that she should get some jail time. I understand that it's a misdemeanor. I do. But because of the effect that it's had on law enforcement as well as on the community, we feel even if it's weekends in jail or nights in jail, that some sort of incarceration is warranted in this case. I think I touched under 2 minutes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Morris. Is there anything from the defense attorney?
They like, hold on, let us say something. We don't want nobody to change their mind. But I mean, at this point, it was already what it was. The judge was ready to get it over with. This is Carlee is about to give her statement, her apology, and all that. But she was fake crying. She definitely was fake crying, allegedly, in my opinion, though.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I want to genuinely apologize for my actions and the resulting negative impact inflicted onto others. I made a grave mistake while trying to fight through various emotional issues and stress. I am extremely remorseful for the panic, fear, and various range of negative emotions that were experienced across the nation.
Man, the comments is just mad. All she care about is herself. Where was she? Privileged black girls exist. Her attorney always wear cool glasses. Okay, mommy and daddy's baby. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, she do seem spoiled. Absolutely public defender, and she definitely would have gotten some time. So she got a paid lawyer. Yeah, I believe if she had a record, if she had a public defender, yeah, those two things would have got her at least 6 months. But I've read cases where they got nothing. Hey, Commander, thank you for coming in. Yes, please smack that thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and share it out. That would be very nice. People is like, send her to jail. No, she absolutely should be jailed. No normal human does something like this. Not even people with extensive lifetime trauma and abuse. People like this need to learn in life they can't play around. So what do y'all think? I know East Dad feel like she should have got some time. Tracy feel like she was gonna get some time. I feel like she should have got what anybody else should have got. Yeah, I mean, hey, if it was me, I wouldn't want jail time, but I think she needs some time in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like something got to be wrong to do this, and I feel like the public, we deserve an answer. What was she at? What was she doing? You know, why did she do this? That's what I want to know. They said it was to get back at her boyfriend, but golly, you go through all of this. They like cry me a river. What they say, money buys another shot. Someone doing the same thing with their own attorney will get jail time. Someone doing the same thing with this is a public defender. I don't know. That's just what somebody just said.
I want you to specifically acknowledge and take accountability for the pain and embarrassment that I inflicted upon my family, my church family, friends, neighbors, community, and all of those who were directly involved in search efforts for me. I also extend my sincerest apologies to the Hoover Police Department and every other law enforcement agency and personnel for the position that I put them in and for the resources used. Absolutely.
In CC 23-888, as to the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And in CC 23-889, as to the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Fine. Do you have, let's see, I'm a little out of order here. I'm showing you Court's Exhibit B. Did you go over this document with your lawyers?
Yes, sir.
And is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied that your attorneys, Mr. Henry Anthony, Richard Jaffe, and Lucky Milad,
yes, sir,
are good and competent attorneys and have represented you well?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with the plea agreements in these cases?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty? Yes, sir. All right. At this time, before we proceed, well, I find that your plea was made knowingly and voluntarily, and based on your plea, I find you guilty. In CC 23-880.
And this is her walking out. So yeah, I could let that play. I forgot I didn't have no volume on that. But I wanted y'all to at least see her. And so let her read the rest.
And in hindsight, wish that I had cried for help in a totally different manner. My prayer is that I will be extended grace and given the opportunity to redeem who I truly am and restore the positively esteemed character that I have worked so hard to attain for the 25 years of my life prior to this incident. I wholeheartedly can say that I've never had any malicious intent to hurt anyone. And I pray that you will feel my sincerity and that as I'm prepared to pick up the pieces and go on to restore my life, that you will witness the fruition of grace.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Russell. When you first made this report, you alarmed the community, this community, and you really alarmed the country because the story went nationwide, as you know. And then when it came out that it wasn't true, not only was this community outraged, but the country was outraged. What you did was you wasted a lot of government resources, and you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay every dime of that in restitution in this case. It would be a waste of government resources to have a trial in this case. So you have taken responsibility.
See, he said a waste of government money, basically, to have a trial. So it's better to just let her go. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking?
To do that, it would be a waste of government resources to put you in jail. One of the most expensive things the government does is incarcerate people. And we reserve our jails for people who are genuinely a threat to the community. Although we're very upset about what you've done, you're not a threat to the community. I'm not going to treat you any differently than I would treat any other first-time non-violent misdemeanor offender.
See? First-time non-violent offender. And she's not a threat to the community. She's just a big liar. And an actress. You know, get paid for that.
Accordingly, it is the judgment and sentence of this court that you are sentenced in each of these cases to 6 months in a county jail. These sentences are consecutive with each other, and these sentences are suspended. You're placed on probation for 12 months, supervised probation. It's a condition of your probation that you pay a full amount of restitution, which is $17,974.88, paid to the city of Hoover, 100 Municipal Lane, Hoover, Alabama, 35216. And through the clerk's office on the first floor in this building, so we have a record of it. I'm also sentencing you to serve, and this is a condition of your probation, 100 hours of community service. I want to see, when we come back, I want to see that you've made progress, if not have completed that community service. I understand that you're currently getting mental health counseling, is that right?
Yes, sir.
It is a condition at this point of your probation that you continue getting mental health counseling.
See, she's getting mental health counseling. That's a good thing. That's what she definitely needs, something. I mean, because who in their right mind does this? You had to have known that this would cause this kind of thing to happen. All because you allegedly wanted attention from your boyfriend? I mean, some of these journalists had to have found out what this is supposed to be about. I'm gonna definitely look. I'm gonna let him finish though.
I'd like to see some proof that you're getting that counseling when we come back. This case is set for review hearing. We're going to review the amount of restitution that's been paid, community service, and that date is October 16 at 9 a.m. Anything else for the state residents?
And this is them walking out. I'm like, heck no, ain't nothing else. We up out of here, B. She got free. Wow, I'm shocked. I am really shocked that she got off.
Nanny boo boo.
Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that Yeah, let me see. Let me see, man. Cause I lost a couple of details, but I remember the little toddler running on the highway and they now ironically they had everything captured on camera. And I remember I just kept saying, but they can't find out they couldn't find Jelani Day on camera. And I know these is different places, but they were able to capture everything that she did. Basically, well, as far as on the highway, everything was clear. You could see everything. Now we already know she got off, but I want to know. Let's see. I mean, I guess it ain't too much to really know. She got off. It ain't no big deal. She was months after she shocked out. Yeah. I don't remember exactly when it was either, but I remember when it first happened, honey. She was walking. I was calling her Carlee Hustle, and then I started calling her Runaway Carlee, Child's Plate Carlee, because she talking about basically the the male that she described that she was with. She described Chucky. He got orange hair, bald in the middle. Then there was some white lady, the bride of Chucky, playing in her hair, and this girl climbed the fence and all of this stuff on the phone with somebody, and then she disappears. Like, all because, man. I mean, it was a false report. We know that. But why? Following her confession through, many assume that Carlee would plead guilty during her previous. So, they ain't going to tell us nothing. They ain't going to tell us nothing. Did y'all ever hear what it was? I know they ain't at liberty to tell us that, but we want to know. Why ain't nobody spoke up to know Carlee? Or have they? Man, everybody was talking about this, and that's just how it goes, though. The crime, these cases, they come and go. The world be on them, and then next, soon as another big case come, they jump off of that, and they never come back to this, especially if it ain't juice like this. But dang, what else did I say I was gonna look at? Hold on, y'all. It was something else I wanted to do. Hold on, let me play. Do everybody remember this? Well, she definitely can't lie being on probation about anything. Man, one of the things, like, who would want to, but somebody a dater, definitely. But just know, you can't believe nothing that come out of her mouth. I remember running across that video with her and her grandparents and how she just made up this whole story and they was just going along with it, and it seemed so believable the way it was rolling off her tongue. But it was some type of challenge or some type of prank on TikTok at the time. Shout out to Cons. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Please smack that like button. Hold on, let me see what other people saying. So, like I said, that was Court TV.
The Carlee Russell story could come to culminate tomorrow inside a Jefferson County courtroom.
She's expected in court to enter a plea. Her story, of course, well known.
Nah, I'm gonna go back to the video, the little snippet of the video that I watched, that we was listening to is from Court TV. So let me go back to that. But it seemed like the majority of the people wanted her to get some time, but I don't know what people saying anywhere else. If anybody even talking about this. Everybody is on the mahogany case, and another case just came up. I think in Memphis, another girl came up missing. I can see her face, but I don't know the story. But everybody jumped right on that now. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay, here's the court to you. Okay, her attorney spoke at the end.
You wouldn't say where she was at. Can you say why this all transpired?
Thank you. Thank you.
It was an emotional type situation. She stated that when she made her statement. I'm going to add to that.
An emotional type situation. Her boyfriend. So we all had to wonder and be worried and stuff because you was mad at your boyfriend. Allegedly.
Clearly, she is in counseling, and that ought to tell you something. And like she said, she just overreacted, and it was an emotional decision. She's just 26 years old. She's in nursing school. She's got 3 semesters left. She's genuine and remorseful.
Who want her at, man? She in nursing school. Dude, like, I wonder how hard is it gonna be for her? Like, what? Hood therapy, shout out to you. Thank you for coming in. Like, I wouldn't want her to be my nurse. Like, hey, that's a toughie. Like, she better go change some oil or something. Speaking of toughie, because no.
And she has apologized to the community, and it's probably going to.
Who they gonna believe, the nurse or the patient?
Build on, and as Mr. Anthony said, make something really powerfully good about her life and teach others.
I think she made a great
So
statement.
what she did get though was she was sentenced to 12 months supervised probation.
And I think she took responsibilities for her action, availing herself to the court
And 100 hours community
I
service.
think, we should all be able to move on. Hopefully move on.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it is what it is, you
I
know.
want to highlight one of the things the judge said. Again, he commented that he's doing the same that he would do for any first offender, nonviolent misdemeanor guilty. And here's what she received: 6 months in jail, suspended. So that means she has 12 months of supervised probation. He also included the restitution because of the money it cost the city.
$17K.
$17,974.88. She'll have to pay back to the city over
Well, hell,
time.
18K.
100 hours of community service, and probably most important, he did include that she must continue her mental health counseling. I really think a very sound sentence by the judge. Let's go back now, though. We want to get reaction from the police chief.
So she felt like it was a sound judgment from the
There was
judge.
a strong push for some jail time in her.
Absolutely. I'm very disappointed in the.
Oh shoot! Now this was the chief that was coming out decked out. Y'all remember? Probably don't, but shoot. I just came on. I ain't had no time to do nothing, but he had on all the nice suits. He got on a nice one now. He was sharp, honey. Come on. Be mad.
She gave an apology today, and unfortunately, to me, it's like 7, 8 months late. I don't know why we didn't hear that back in July, and it's just unfortunate. There were a lot of people, like the judge commented, not only in our community but across the nation, that were real concerned for those couple of days. The 17,800, whatever their restitution is, not really close to really what the restitution should be. And bottom line, there should be consequences for your actions. It appears to me here the consequences are for the parents, because I would assume that they're the ones that are going to have to pay for this. But the judge has spoken. I do want to thank the legislature. The last press conference I gave, I talked about that this should be a felony, and I think we're headed that direction. So hopefully, if anybody does anything like this again, that they'll be prosecuted in a different manner. But again, we leave here happy that it's over, disappointed that there will be no jail time whatsoever.
Could you give us a better figure as far as a ballpark amount?
The
the real figure should probably be in the 40s, at least $40,000 to $50,000.
Wow.
Money that we spent.
How do you feel that we still don't know why?
Yeah, that's the deal. You know, we as the state said, we still today still don't know where she was during that period of time. Obviously, probably had help. We don't know who the help was. And again, to me, it's a little slap on the wrist. Pay your money and go forward. And I just think, because I'm just a little disappointed in all that. I'd have felt better if they didn't want to give any jail time. Let's at least discuss where you were and find out what the circumstances were. I mean,
right. I wanted to know that too. Like they should have made her. They should have made her tell us where she was at. But see, they wanted somebody else because maybe, well, if they ain't gonna charge her, they can't charge nobody else. She's not a fugitive, so they can't charge them with harboring one. So they wouldn't get in no trouble. But how did they not see that? How did they not see who picked her up? Where was she at? Was she in the woods the whole time? Is it possible? No, she couldn't have been, because I'm sure they was some. Yes, I know for a fact they was, because it was YouTubers down there, all in them tunnels, all behind the expressway. I'm like, dang, I had no clue all of that stuff was back there. But she knew. She knew. And so if she was hiding somewhere like in a little abandoned area or something, people would have found her. Because I mean, these YouTubers, they be going all out.
Issues, please get the help that she needs, and hopefully she'll lead a good life from here on.
When you were listening to her apology, did you feel that the party was sincere?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's apologized, and I think she obviously went through a lot from there were a lot of people upset, and I think she and her family heard that after the fact that when she returned home. But again, I'd have felt better about her apology back in July, not in March, almost April. I would have felt a lot better.
She apologized immediately after that lady spoke, because she was like, give her something.
We've always said we thought this should carry some prison sentence. We knew that was probably unlikely. It's a misdemeanor. We knew that coming in. I think we all learned something.
Hey,
new.
Miss Tracy.
Our law was really weak when it came to false reporting to police.
Welcome
That's why
in.
the legislature is one step away from getting a bill to the governor's desk that we helped author that would make this a felony in the future. That bill would also extensively expand the available restitution we could see, which, as you heard the chief, what she's going to pay.
Well, this don't happen often. I tell you that.
If it ever happens again, which hopefully it won't, there won't be that loophole there. Was there a reason why we came in with no plea agreement? It's just how it happened. Yeah, just how it happened. Is the grand jury still impaneled, or can you say? This case is closed as of today.
Case closed.
Catherine Robertson, Kather.
It cannot be brought back up. She is a free woman. She lied to everybody. Didn't even I mean, that's wild. Like, so she really didn't say nothing and still got off. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, y'all, that is what I came to report. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go live about Tamara Plummer. I got everything already set. So tomorrow I'm gonna be going live. I'm not sure what time, maybe 3 p.m. Please set the notifications when I'm gonna set it in a minute, y'all. But anyway, we gonna get up out of here. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing. Thank you for so much. Drop that fire and horns, y'all. If you got members emojis, drop them. BFF in the building. See you, Tamika Davis. Thank you for coming in. Thank all of y'all for coming in. If you didn't smack the thumbs up, please hit those 3 dots and do so right now. Shout out to 755 and Shandy Cheek Music.